and keep doing it until it's done. No breaks. We're not going to stop off and stay anywhere. We're just going to keep going. Yes, it fucking sucks, in case you were wondering. Basically, we're about 5 hours into the trip now. As you can see, he is restless and miserable. Not too miserable, but yeah, watching him be that way is anxiety inducing, to be honest. But I'm trying not to let him get too restless. We're stopping about every 3 hours or so. But anyway, passing through Washington, D.C. now. It's a little congested in here. Traffic's been good so far, but it's always congested in here. There's just so much going on in this town, as it is capital of America. So always a lot of people coming through here. But anyways, next stop, Baltimore. For about 15 minutes. He was getting so restless, I had to let him out, walk around a little bit, topped off some gas, and right back at it. GPS says like another 7.5 hours, which feels like a lifetime. Honestly, it'll be more than that, because that's without stops, and definitely have to stop for at least a little bit more gas, probably once or twice more, and then 2 to 3 times more stop for him, just so he can take a break and recoup. So it's not been fun. He's finally laying down back here, but it's only intermittent. He'll get up, lay down, get up, lay down. He's just super restless. But anyways, next stop, Delaware. That's the port of Baltimore. Little cruise ship in the terminal right now. I've been through there quite a few times from my days aboard a boat. Can't say Baltimore is my favorite though. Made it to Delaware. I hate country, by the way, and this is not the greatest thing to listen to while I'm vlogging, so you can pipe down. Yeah, made it to Delaware. Delaware is the shortest state to drive through. Maybe takes 45 minutes, but it is the most expensive. There's easily 5 to 6 tolls within just 5 miles of each other. So very expensive state to drive through, so that's why it kind of takes longer sometimes. Can be backups and tolls. I've been twirling my hair for the past 7 hours. I am over it, folks. I cannot wait to be home in Massachusetts. I know Oliver feels the same way. He's being such a champ, but here we go. First toll, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Those suck, and he does not like those. Made it to New Jersey, and right about to get on the New Jersey Turnpike. I actually have a lot of love for New Jersey. Before I ever went, it's gotten a bad rap from that show Jersey Shore. years ago, but I actually ended up working on Long Beach Island, LBI, for almost 6 months, like half a year. And I loved it. It's so pretty. They even had some great waves, great food especially, and that's where I kind of got into jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. I'm a white belt. I'm nothing special. It's just really fun, and it's good for surfers if you're not surfing that often, to keep your dexterity up and your cardio up. So it's really fun over there. That was at Stafford MMA. Liam and Melissa are the owners there, and they run a fantastic business. So if yourself or your child are looking to get into it, and you guys are in the Jersey area around Manahawkin, absolutely go check them out. 10 out of 10 recommend. Well, as you can see, I'm finally at this juncture hitting some traffic. It is 12:57. I'm just coming out of New Jersey into New York. I think I'm still in New Jersey. I haven't seen any welcome to New York yet, but I'm hoping this is just traffic for the George Washington Bridge, which always sucks. And I just paid $21.70 to get onto the bridge. So be prepared for that. The tolls, I forgot, aren't as bad coming from the south going into the north, but coming from the north going south, they really get you. But it's easily $20 to $25 more expensive going south. But coming up north, it hasn't been too bad, but we're hitting like the last service area in New Jersey. Well, I'm not heading there, but we're about to pass it 3/4 of a mile, as you can see, and then we'll be crossing the George Washington Bridge, and after that, Connecticut is next. Alright, George Washington Bridge. It is all sorts of clogged up. If it was like a little clearer, well, let's see. Yeah, the city's out that way. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's kind of cloudy, kind of gloomy, and there's a lot of stuff in the way, but yeah, it's pretty out that way. A lot of vistas and stuff, but yeah, this sucks. I've made it into Connecticut. Unfortunately for me, traffic in Connecticut is almost as bad as it was in New York. For what reason, I have no idea. It's a Sunday, not really sure what's going on. It could be people going home from the holiday weekend, but kind of unexpected, and with like 3 hours to go till I get home, it's really just like such a buzzkill, man. And as you can see, I'm slowing down again. It's just stop and go. For what reason, I couldn't tell you, but I do know it is frustrating as fuck. It's also super frustrating to have traffic here in Connecticut, because Connecticut, when you're coming from south to north, is easily the worst state to have to deal with, because it's like sneaky big, and you just don't realize it, because across the Connecticut border, across that northern border, you're home. You're in Massachusetts, and then from there, I mean, you're cruising. It's such a small state, 40-45 minutes, you're there. But Connecticut, man, I mean, it can take like 3.5 hours to get through, depending, and seems like it's going to be every bit of that today, and it's just so frustrating. You're almost home, and it's just like you're like caught in this time warp where Connecticut just keeps on going and doesn't end. So coupled with this shitty traffic, which I have no idea what it's for, man, I'm ready for a beer or 7. Ah, so close yet so fucking far. This has been brutal, guys. The second I hopped over the Massachusetts state line, looks like there's an accident according to my phone, and it's just traffic almost the whole way up. About 35 minutes worth, so yeah. Well, sweet Jesus, everyone. I made it. 8 Wilson. It's my parents. Finally. It's time for a beer. About 15 hours later, made it. I'm in my parents' backyard. It's a really nice evening out. I'm gonna put the drone up and see if I can get some. They live on a lake. It's more like a pond. It's pretty small, but it's right through there. I'm gonna take some footage of it later, and it's either gonna be on this video or the next. But yeah, that was a trip, and don't let me discourage you guys from taking that drive. Back in the day, in my 20s, you know, we would all load up a van, 4 or 5 of us, and it was really fun. Because there's so much stuff to do in that corridor, that northeast corridor coming down into the mid-Atlantic into the southeast. That Highway 95 just runs straight up and down, and it's the entire coast at your disposal, and there's lots of fun stuff to do. So don't let my misery be yours. If you have friends, go see it, man. See the country. It's really a really beautiful place.